Hi, Miss Mary.
Hi, I'm glad to be here. Yes.
Pressing.
I started this years and years ago. I saw this flower press in a catalog, and I thought, that'd be cool to try. So I got this. I haven't found one since that is this nice, but they have them out there. They're usually smaller.
Okay.
And I try and pick flowers from all seasons and add them to my collection. I just keep it all in a box, but I pick them out and do things with them every once in a while.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how with this particular press. The object of the press is to put pressure in a balanced way so that the whole page that you're pressing will get the equal amounts of pressure, and then your flowers are not don't have a pattern on them, or they're not completely not pressed.
Okay. So you use the flowers in your yard?
Yeah, I use anything in my yard. I try and pansies are an excellent thing to press. I've tried all kinds of things, and that's part of the fun, is to try something different. Sure. Try the different kinds of flowers to see how it works. Wow. So this part is you always have some kind of top pressure or bottom pressure. Some of them you buy now will have screws on each end, and you tighten those up, okay. And that's the same premise here. Now you would start with some cardboard.
And that's just regular cardboard?
Yes,
right?
You can use any kind of cardboard. Okay. And then you have 2 pieces of paper.
And again, regular?
This,
certain type of paper?
Yeah, you want some moisture absorbent paper. Okay. Some people use paper towels. That's not good because paper towels have a little pattern to them, and it will transfer to your plant. Okay. So use any kind of, you can use even typing paper or something like that, or printer paper, but you can go online and look for a paper that is moisture absorbent. Okay. Good. And here's some that have been done. I just put little petals.
It's neat though.
Yeah. You have to pick them up either with some tweezers or gently lift them off. And they will come off pretty easily. And see how brilliant that turned out? It's a little pansy.
It almost doesn't look real. How
I
about
know,
that?
I know.
Okay.
And I kind of sort them by colors in a little tray here, so that you can, if you're going to do something by color, then you want them sorted out. Now see, like these, I thought these would turn out really nice. It's a coleus, you know how lovely those are?
Yes.
But it presses rather dull. But it's like Christmas morning, you open it up and see what you got, and that's part of the fun of it.
I can see you having fun with this.
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Christmas
I really
morning.
like it.
Right. Okay.
And these are little, I think it's I've forgotten the name of it. But you see how brilliant some of them are. The thinner they are, the better it presses.
Okay.
I have some here I could show you that, if they have a thick center, like for example on this particular thing, this is a plaque in a zinnia. It's so thick, it ain't gonna press real solid. Okay. So a lot of times I just take the petals off of it and just press the petals. So these will either come off and I'll just store them. Don't have to store them in any particular way. And they'll usually peel off easily when you bend the page.
Yeah, because you don't want those to get any moisture or anything like that when
right.
you store them.
Right. But I haven't really gotten into the storing of them. Okay. They seem to do fine the way I've done them. Okay. But you see on the back of this, I don't know if you can see it, but it did even pick up some pattern.
Oh, shit. Okay.
From the paper and the cardboard, because the cardboard has some lines and inside it. Once you press it, it can get on your flower. Okay. So now I thought we'd press something. We got some Dusty Miller. And you would have your cardboard, your 2 pieces of paper, and you just lay them on there. And you can see why if it was thick, it would be hard to press it, like a daisy or a zinnia. It doesn't really matter how you lay them on there. Try and
get it. So there's no pattern or anything like that. Just put it down.
Yeah. and use up as much paper as you can, because you know this is made for a lot of flowers. You could press a lot in here, but if you've got a small one like I was talking about, you could buy now, just do a few things.
Okay.
But try and do it for the entire year. Do some different kinds of items in there and see how they work. Just put the other piece on top, piece of cardboard. I usually use two pieces of cardboard on the top, because when you push this down, it kind of, you know, there's a lot of pressure on it, so I don't want it to dent or make a hole in there. And put it back together and tighten it up. Now you tighten it, leave it alone for a day or so, come back and tighten it a little more, because it'll loosen up as things press down. It'll loosen up, so you'll just tighten it just a little bit more.
Just a little bit more, okay.
So what you can do with these, for example, these are some autumn leaves that I pressed last year. Not all of them will press real colorfully, but the shapes and the design of the plant itself really, I mean, this is a fatsia leaf.
Yeah.
Now, if things are not real colorful, that more than not as much as you want, then there's a spray paint you can get at Michael's, and it's made for dried plants. And you can spray them and give them a little punch. Okay. I do a lot of this, spraying of the dried material, because I use them in flower arranging and flower designs. I do participate in flower shows competition.
I could have figured that, right?
And so
I could tell, Miss Mary. Yeah.
So I have done several things as examples. There's a section in flower shows called Botanical Arts.
Okay.
And they have certain types of things that you can enter your design in. This, for example, is a collage. It's just a mishmash of all kinds of flowers that I put together.
That's cool. I can see the Dusty Miller in there.
Yeah, Dusty Miller in here. Mm-hmm. These are hydrangeas. I have a lot of hydrangeas. Okay. A lot of pansy. Like I said, pansies are so pretty when you press them. Okay. This is another collage. Now this is equacetum. This is how it pressed, just as flat as it could.
Yeah, almost like a knife.
It is. And you can, I sprayed it with a little of this green, and you see how I made it pop out? Okay. So, you know, it doesn't, you're not really doing anything bad to it, I don't think. I think it's fine to spray paint the dried material. You don't spray paint the fresh, but certainly the dried.
Okay. Now, before we run out of time, do tell us about the shoes.
Okay. The shoes
those are neat.
I won a blue ribbon for this in a flower show. I used all dried materials. I used lichen, moss, all kinds of pressed flowers, covered a pair of flip-flops. That was the category in the flower show, a pair of shoes. So I won a big blue ribbon on that. I was very happy.
Well, look, Miss Mary, we appreciate this demonstration.
Okay,
we hope other folks will get involved just like you have.
Yeah, I hope they enjoy it.
I can tell you enjoyed that.
I do.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.